on Kiwi.
The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
Ads with Simon Pound from simonpound.com.
The new and notable from around the world in the world of advertising. Simon Pound, good morning.
Good morning, Glenn. Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, we'll kick off just with a bit of audio here from a new Smarties campaign.
I'm a singer-songwriter. This is a very new situation to be collaborating with a young kid. Hey.
I'm really glad that I didn't get pink, because I'm not a girl. I'm good looking boy.
I'm hoping that the kid's going to be full of ideas I would never think of.
It's everywhere in my brain. Like it's been on my whole head.
Oh, the dangerous realm where advertising and art meet. G'day there, Simon.
G'day. This is a really cool idea. It's out of JWT in Sydney, and it's a campaign for Smarties. And what they've done is they've said that there's 8 colours in Smarties, and they've assigned the colour blue to. They've created collaborations between kids and musicians and artists, and they've assigned the colour blue to this collaboration between a hyper-cute little kid and a musician.
Yeah.
And so they have to try and work together to work out how it is that you would show the colour blue. And so the kid talks about undersea worlds and all kinds of like squid and creatures under the sea. And then he also starts dancing, and it's really quite. He's a real character, this kid.
I love the way you say hyper cute. I wonder what point a kid reaches the level of he's hit it. He's hit the mark. It's hyper cute. Get him in the ad.
He is. He's broke through the cute barrier with a sonic cute boom. And so then they make the song together and score it. And so at the end you get what's pretty much the perfect campaign for the current fashion of having collaboration, having kind of community involvement, and then creating a kind of social object out of the end of it, which is the song, something that actually exists that people can talk about and share and kind of engage with. And the video itself is a social object too, because people pass it around and go, isn't this cute what they've done? So in a way, it's a really perfect example of kind of the crossover between branded content, it's an entertaining 5-minute story, and also the creation of a social object through collaboration. So part of me is like, this is a really, really cool campaign, and I love it. But another part of me just kind of goes, it makes it look, it kind of feels a bit like a paint-by-numbers approach to it, if you know what I mean. Like, all the elements are a bit perfect, but it's not quite real. It's not really a collaboration because they've put it together with a kid. And, it's got to be pretty heavily scripted and edited. And the kid didn't choose to get involved, that must have been cast, and it must have been, quite organised and quite sorted out.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it is very cool, and they've done a great job, but it is kind of like a traditional ad pretending to be a current, modern, new ad.
Yeah, because it's all a little bit too obvious. Perhaps.
Yeah, but that's fine because it's made for kids, so it's okay in the end as well. But it did make me feel that it was of a genre rather than a new thing.
Is it because it's odd because it's Smarties and it's a product that was obviously looking for this, to enter this new realm of new media and viral marketing, and I don't know, it's kind of like it's odd clothing.
It's less real than most of the examples that try to do it are,
right.
Like most of the collaborations are, because it's obviously very scripted. But that said, it's still a very good bit of storytelling, and it's still a very good story in and of itself, so it will connect with people. And you probably can't have that same level of reality when you're dealing with kids. But it is very cool and worth having a look at.
Okay, that is the Smarties 8 Colours of Fun.
Yeah, it was quite good even just to get across the idea that there are 8 colours in a Smarties pack. I don't know.
Didn't know that. Know that now.
Didn't know that either. A couple of cool ads, a cool ad though from over there, Tasman, that's been doing the business, is this new Carlton draft ad. And so they are very well known. Should we play the one that they were well known for first? They've done lots of massive ads. They're one of the big advertisers. They did the Big Beer ad where they had thousands of people running across a field in the ad in order to then they were all wearing different coloured robes, and it was set to overblown operatic music, and then they all joined together to make a picture out of all of the different colours of a glass being drunk.
with some very rousing opera.
Yeah, it's a big beer, it says. Said
Yeah.
to. Is that Carmen Barina?
I don't know. I don't know my classics. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, so very quite an epic sort of ad.
Yeah, it's a big beer. But very cool because what they're doing is they're kind of taking the mickey out of the whole concept of so much of beer advertising is a bit overblown and made to be a bit romantic and made to look as if it's something kind of noble or clever about it. When in fact, most beer drinking is done by they're not tremendously romantic environments. You're watching the sport or at the barbecue or at the pub or with your mates. And it's not done for very noble ends. It's just quite a prosaic and relaxed beverage. Yet so many, think of all the Stellar ads and all of these ads with these great big production values and amazing settings and stuff, trying to make it something it's not.
Yeah.
And so Carlton Draft have gone entirely against this, and their tagline is "Made from Beer," which is magic. Like, do you care about the hops and this, that, and the other if you're just wanting a beer at the pub kind of thing?
Yeah.
So very cool. Anyway, their latest one takes this idea one step further and starts to say that the normal things you do when you're having a beer, the unromantic, normal, just plain things you do, are in and of themselves worthy of special attention and glorifying, really. So what they've done is they've taken a phantom or a camera like that allows you to get incredibly high frame rates, so you can get slow motion.
Yeah.
And they've filmed a whole lot of scenes in a normal pub in slow-mo, kind of making them all the hero shot and making them all the hero. So they've got things like a guy throwing a dart. The ad kicks off with a guy throwing a dart. And of course, because it's in slow-mo, you expect it to be amazing, but it misses the entire board.
But there's beauty. There's beauty in that.
You got a guy making a pull shot, and you expect it to be amazing, but it ends up hitting a guy's finger, and then the guy goes ow. And then you've got kind of beer chinking and the liquid flying up. You've got glasses being knocked over. You've got a woman upset. You've got a guy pretending to do a kick. You've got shirts slowly rising up stomachs and pot bellies being exposed. You've got a guy talking to someone and a bit of food spitting out of his mouth and in slow-mo hitting the guy's cheek.
Ooh.
Got a whole series of actions that are not normally what would be the hero shots, but they're the kind of things that actually happen in pubs. And the sense of humour behind it and the kind of glorifying of the ordinary is really rad.
I wonder how that would ride with New Zealand.
Illegal in about 5 ways. You wouldn't be able to show. You wouldn't be able to show the effect, like if someone spilling a beer, for example.
Yeah.
Would imply that a few had been consumed. I think it would just be a no-go.
I mean, that works in the Alac ad, but not in the ad for the beer itself.
Yeah. I'd be interested. It might be one where you could kind of push it because it's obviously comedy, and
there's a scene that
the government have decided again not to put any real restrictions on advertising. So.
True. Well, there's a scene at the end of the ad though where it's almost a celebration. He's doing a big high kick inside the bar. Again, I'm not sure that would work, would be allowed, would be legal in New Zealand.
Showing people, you're not allowed to show people in an altered state, and so I wonder if knocking over drinks might imply altered state. It might not, but it would be a tricky one. It's obviously comedy, which is quite nice. There's one out at the moment. There's an ad, billboard ad for Stella Artois that's out at the moment that has a guy drinking with a woman and a seaplane. And I think that probably breaks about 5 different alcohol advertising things, and that you're not meant to be associated with boats.
Yeah.
Or cars, and like a boat plane, I imagine, is still a problem. It's a mode of transport, and it's not meant to be a symbol of sexual or romantic success.
Indeed. Well, at least you can watch them on YouTube. Thanks very much, Simon.
Good man.
Simon Pound at simonpound.com.